Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to MyCBSEWorld. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the Khilafat and non-cooperation movement from 1920 to 1922. So, as a part of our journey towards nationalism in India, so far what we have discussed, first one, the First World War and the growth of nationalism in India, right? And what is the second one? Second topic we have discussed, right? So second topic we discuss about the Mahatma Gandhi and the national movement. The first one is First World War and the growth of nationalism in India, and second topic is Mahatma Gandhi and the national movement. And the third topic we discuss about the early Satyagraha and the Rowlatt Act. In today's video, we'll focus on the Khilafat. Today's video will focus on the Khilafat and the non-cooperation movement from 1920 to 1922. So what is Khilafat movement? And this Khilafat movement led by whom? So they are called Ali brothers. So we have Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. So actually we need to question ourselves why the Khilafat movement was started and what was the relevance during the non-cooperation movement. Actually, the Khilafat movement started after the end of World War I. So we all know that. What is the time period of World War I? From 1914 to 1918. Right? Is it clear now? From 1914 to 1918. It took place for a period of 4 years. In which I told you, in a yesterday video, I told you, so we have which power? Allied power. Allied power. Led by whom, Nana? Allied power led by Britain, France, Russia, right? Then we have central power. Central power. This central power led by Germany and Austria and Hungary. I am writing in shortcut. G stands for Germany, A stands for Austria, H stands for Hungary. You can remember that. Then we have Turkey. So this Turkey called Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire. Turkey also called Ottoman Empire. This Ottoman Empire defeated by Britain, France and Russia. Okay. Who defeated Ottoman Empire? It is the Britain, France, Russia. That is Allied power defeated the Ottoman Empire. So what happened? If you look at this, Europe. So imagine this is the Britain and this is the Europe, right? This is the Europe, and we have Portugal here and we have Spain here. This is called Turkey. This is called Turkey, Ottoman Empire. So the Britain removed the religious leader of religious and spiritual head of Muslim world, who is called, his name is Khalifa. What is that? His name is Khalifa. So this Khalifa is the religious head of Muslim world. The people who are living in all over the world, he was the leader. So to put the sanction on Turkey by Britain, so the Britain removed the religious and spiritual head of the Muslim community or Muslim world or Islamic world. Okay, so they removed the Khalifa, and which is resented by the people who are living in different parts of the world, especially the Islamic people or the Muslim community or Muslim world. Okay, then in India, so as I told you, Muslim people are living in different parts of the world. As we all know that they are there in the Middle East, they are there in some part of Asia, India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and Indonesia. Okay, so Muslim communities are spread all over the world, mostly in Middle East and the Asia to some extent, and they migrated to the Europe also. So and even Africa also we have. So because of these actions taken by the Britain government, by removing the religious and spiritual leader of the Islamic world, that is called Khilafat or Khalifa. So our people, especially the Indian Muslim, got resented, got angry. Okay, why? Because they removed their religious and the spiritual head of the Islamic countries, Islamic people. Then what happened? So in India also Muslim people are living, right? So who removed the Ottoman Empire? It is the Britain. Who removed the Ottoman Empire? It is the Britain, right? And who is ruling India? British people ruling India. So who is the common enemy for the right now for Muslim community or the Islamic world? It is who is the common enemy? It is the Britain is the common enemy because they removed the Khalifa in Turkey. Today it's called Turkey, right? So as a result, Muhammad Ali brothers, they are called Ali brothers. Which brother Nana? Ali brothers. They are called Ali brothers. Shaukat Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. So they objected and they have started one of the most important committee is called Khilafat Committee. What is that committee? Khilafat Committee. Khilafat Committee. Khilafat Committee was started by whom, Nana? Khilafat Committee was started by Shaukat Ali and Muhammad Ali. Now, so what was the objective of this Khilafat movement? So, to protect the Ottoman Khalifa after World War I, to restore, because they removed, who removed? Britain removed the Khalifa position from his chair. Now this Khilafat Committee demanding the British government to restore to reinstall the Khalifa in Turkey. So, in this regard, so protect the Ottoman Khalifa after the World War I. And what was the Gandhiji's strategy? Because I told you, yeah. So, what was the Gandhiji's strategy? Right? Yeah. As you all know that, again, this is India, right? Right. So in India, we have different set of people are living. Who are they? So Hindus are living. Hindus, Muslims, Christians, and we have Buddhist, Jains, different kind of people who are living following the different religions. Hindus, Muslims and Christians. So here 1918 I told you Khilafat Committee was started by Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali brothers. The same time Gandhiji took part in a Rowlatt Satyagraha. And because of the Jallianwala Bagh incident, massacre, nearly 379 people were killed. How many people, Nana? 379 people killed by the General Dyer. Because he has given the order to the troops to fire on the people. Okay. And thousands of people were injured. So, to study after the Rowlatt Satyagraha, our Indian leaders agitating, fighting against the British government, and the British government constituted one committee. That committee is called Hunter Committee. Which committee, Nana? Hunter Committee. Remember, very, very important. Hunter Committee. It was constituted by the British government. Constituted by the British government. To what was happened and what incident which led to the killing of Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Okay. To study the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, the British government constituted one committee. The committee is called Hunter Committee. Okay. And we will discuss. Okay. Now what happened? So now Khilafat movement. So now Khilafat movement, then plus non-cooperation movement. So non-cooperation movement going in hand in hand. Hand in hand means going simultaneously. So which is bringing Muslim community plus Hindu community together. Actually, this Muslim community and Hindu community got kind of a differences occurred during the India's freedom struggle, especially in 1906. So the Muslim community started their own political organization that is called All India Muslim League in 1906. Because in INC, Indian National Congress, majority of the leaders were from the Hindu community. They are dominating. So for any decision they want to take, Indian National Congress want to take, so most of the decisions, most of the votes are coming from the Hindus only. So Muslim community and the Christian community are minorities in India. As you know, what is minority? Numerically they are less comparing with the Hindus. Suppose if you take 100 people, out of 100, 90 people are from believing the Hindus. They are from Hindu background, Hindu communities. And only 10 people from the Muslim or Christian. So when there is a voting, suppose in your class, so majority of the students are, let us say, boys, and only 10 members are girls. How do you feel if there is a voting? So boys vote for boys only. So general psychology. Okay. So similarly, in India, 90% of the people from Hindu community, whereas 10 people from the minorities. And within the minority, who are again majority means Muslim community are majority. Means out of 10, 80 people are from Muslim, only 2 people are from the Christian, Buddhist, Jains, and etc. etc. So as a result, there was a differences occurred, and this Hindu splitted and Muslims splitted, and they have started their own organization. So Muslims have their All India Muslim League, whereas Hindus majority. It's not, Indian National Congress is not meant for the Hindus only, but every community was there. Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad. So different community people are there, but they got differences. Some people got differences, dissented, and started their own organization. This is called democracy. In democracy, everyone has the right to start their own association and organization, which comes under fundamental rights. So that is a different story. So now what I am saying is that, so Gandhiji seen that this Khilafat movement and the non-cooperation movement should go in hand so that we can bring the unity among the Muslim community and Hindu community, and we can fight against the busy British government. This was the real motive of the Gandhiji. Okay, now we'll go to the So now tell me. So what is the main objective of this Khilafat committee? It will protect the Ottoman Caliphate after the World War I. And Gandhi's strategy, join the Khilafat with the nationalist movement. Why? Because joined Khilafat movement with the nationalist movement. What is the national movement is going on? Non-cooperation movement. To promote the Hindu-Muslim unity. You want to bridge the gap between the Hindus and Muslims. Right. This is the one of the motive of the Mahatma Gandhi. Let us go to the non-cooperation movement. Okay. Non-cooperation movement. So what is non-cooperation? Cooperation means cooperating each other. So suppose you are a student in the class. Suppose teacher asks for one question. So you need to give the answer, or you need to say, if you know the answer, you have to give the answer. If you don't know the answer, say, madam, I don't know, or sir, I don't know. So you are cooperating with the teacher. Suppose you are supposed to come to school by 9 a.m. So you should come before 9 a.m. or at exactly 9 a.m. So if you are coming by 9:30 or 10, one day it's okay, one day, 2 days late is okay. But if you are coming regularly, so you are not cooperating with the school rules and regulation. Similarly, who ruling India? India was ruling but that particular time by the British government. So British government has made some rules and regulation to rule this country. So today we have constitution. What is constitution? It is a set of rules and regulation. So we can say it's one of the basic law of this country. Every Indian should need to be followed. Okay. So we are cooperating with the government. Suppose you are going on the road. So we have traffic rules. Always you have to go by left side. Okay. You need to obey certain rules and regulation to maintain the harmony or to to run the society. Similarly, here what happened, we are not cooperating with the British government. So far we have cooperated. Because of the Indian cooperation, only British people are thriving, British people are ruling. This was the intention of the Gandhiji. You guys are cooperating, you people are cooperating, that's the reason why they are ruling India. Now, Gandhiji come to the conclusion that we should not cooperate with the British government. So, then this long non-cooperation movement launched in 1920 under the Gandhi's leadership. So for that, so in Indian National Congress, I told you, so we have, again this is India again, right? So there was a session by Indian National Congress Party. So what is ANC, Nana? ANC stands for Indian National Congress Party, which has started one session. Session means they sat together, they are sitting together and discussing about their policies, about their plan of action. So they sat in the month in Calcutta, where they are starting for this non-cooperation resolution, Calcutta. Which month? September 20th. So September 1920. So Calcutta, September 1920, they sat and they took they discussed about the launching of non-cooperation movement. So many of the Indian National Congress leaders thinking about is the right time to launch non-cooperation movement. So there was a agreement, something happened. So this for the first time. So it is there in the public exam. The question will come. Which session they have taken the decision or they discussed. So in Calcutta, September 1920, INC sat together and discussed about the approval. Okay, resolution. Then in the same year, again in Nagpur, where the Nagpur is located, Nana? Nagpur in Maharashtra, same 1920 December month. So they took the decision. Resolution was passed by the majority people, and most of the INC leader was agreed to Gandhiji that yes, we can launch a non-cooperation movement. So I told you what is non-cooperation movement? Not cooperating with the British government. Okay, not following the rules and regulations of the British government. Okay, now tell me. So what was the program launched during the non-cooperation movement? Very, very important. So you may be asked 5-mark question. What is the relevance between the Khilafat committee, Khilafat movement and the non-cooperation movement? Or I can say, what are the main objectives of the non-cooperation movement? So you need to know that. Next, so programs, boycotted government school. So what do you mean by boycotted? Very, very important. In the keyword I told you, boycotted means a refusal to use foreign goods and foreign services. Okay, refusal. You are refusing. You should not buy the foreign. Today we have so many foreign brands we are using, like Adidas, Nike, KFC. Today we have McDonald's and Domino's Pizza. All these are foreign companies actually. We are using right now. Okay, but earlier also the Indian people used the foreign goods and foreign clothes and foreign services. Foreign services means schools established by the British government, like Christian schools, okay, and colleges, universities, etc. So now the Indian National Congress leader, especially Gandhiji and other leaders, have taken the decision to boycott the foreign goods and foreign services. Very, very important. So what is boycott? Refusal to use the foreign goods and services. Remember that. So boycotted government schools and boycotted government colleges, okay, and universities, etc. So people boycotted British courts also, Indian courts, which was established with the British government. So they have High Court, Supreme Court, District Courts. So people are boycotting the courts also. Then boycott of foreign goods like clothes or any other goods which are manufactured in Britain and selling in India. Next, surrender titles and honors. What are the titles British government conferred, given to the Indians, like say Sir Hargobind Khorana, Sir Rabindranath Tagore, Sir, 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 and Sir C.V. Raman. So these are the titles given by the British government to the Indian nationals because of their expertise. They are the expert in that field. So this Sir is the title is given back to the British government by Rabindranath Tagore and other people. So this is called surrender. Surrender means giving back to the British government. And promote Swadeshi products. Very, very important. Swadeshi movement started in 1905 when the Vande Mataram movement took place. So promoting Swadeshi good rather than relying on the foreign goods, so that we can produce our own goods and our own people will get the employment and our own economy will develop. This is the main intention of the non-cooperation movement. And because of we are buying their products and they are getting money and they are getting more control over the India. So to promote Swadeshi movement. Swadeshi means indigenous production, our own country production, our own people manufacture the goods to the handicrafts, handlooms, etc., etc. So use of khadi in place of machine made goods. So you should understand, we have handlooms. What is that, Nana? Handlooms. So what do you mean by handlooms? The goods which are made with the hand. So we have handicrafts. Then we have power loom. Power loom means the goods which are made with the machines by using power, electricity or any machine. They are called power looms. So, or we can say machine made goods and handmade goods. So now we are focusing on use of khadi. So use of khadi, where the Gandhiji has taken this charaka, spinning wheel, charaka. So it symbolizes that. So we should promote our own, manufacture our own clothes, our own goods with our indigenous technology or with the Indian technology or with our own hand. That was the main intention of the Gandhiji. So he has started this use of khadi. Then success. So what is the non-cooperation movement, how it got success or not? So mostly it's success. So participation by student for the first time in the Indian freedom struggle history or Indian freedom struggle or Indian independence movement, for the first time, students in large number participated in the non-cooperation movement. Then peasants, then farmers, workers and traders. So all stakeholders of the society. What do you mean by stakeholders, Nana? Because they are part and parcel of this country. If you look at this country, who are they? Mostly gender-wise male and female. But within that we have children, youth, student, working people, trader, businessmen, merchants. Then we have peasant, we have farmers, we have different occupation, we have different category of the people. So for the first time in non-cooperation movement, students are participating, traders are participating, business people are participating, workers are participating, and teachers, doctor, lawyer, different set of people practicing different professions are participating. And for the first time we have seen this mass participation of the people. So, and by boycotting foreign goods and boycotting of British courts and foreign goods, surrendering the titles and honors, promoting Swadeshi product and use of khadi. So these are which has given a kind of a good what we can say, good enthusiasm among the people and going in some new direction, and under the leadership of M.K. Gandhi, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. So then large scale boycott of British institution. So large scale boycott of British institution. So large scale boycott of British institutions took place in India. Then we'll move on to the next slide. Withdrawal of the movement. Why? What happened? So seventh one, very, very important. Why the non-cooperation movement is withdrawn? So it was in a full swung, actually going in a full momentum, going with 100 kilometers per speed. Let us say that. So started with the 20-30 kilometers. Now the movement is going on for the period of 2 years. 100 kilometers means everyone is participating in this movement and fighting against the British government. But what incident which triggered the Gandhiji to took the decision to call back this non-cooperation movement? So which incident? One incident which triggered the Gandhiji. Because Gandhiji followed, as we all know, that there are certain mass struggles, that is called some principles, Satyagraha and the Ahimsa. And I told you yesterday, what is Satyagraha, Nana? Satyagraha, resistance through truth and non-violence. Then what is ahimsa? Ahimsa, kind of a methodology where fighting injustice without violence. Okay. Now, so one of the incident which took place in Chowri Chowra incident in 1922. So again, I am drawing the India map. Again, we are drawing the India map. Okay. Suppose in India we have different states, right? So one of the state called UP. This is called UP, Nana. This is called UP, Uttara Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh. UP means Uttar Pradesh. The one village called Chowri Chowra. Here is the one village called. This is one village called Chowri. Chowri Chowra. This village name is called Chowri Chowra. What happened in Chowri Chowra? So you should remember. And Champaran, Chowri Chowra, Kheda, Ahmedabad Mill Strike, Bardoli Satyagraha, everything you should remember. Okay, just follow the shadowing technique. Repeat it. What I am saying, repeat it. So Chowri Chowra incident which took place in 1922. So this place is located in Uttar Pradesh. Where, Nana? Uttar Pradesh. Today it's called Uttar Pradesh. I think Uttar Pradesh and Bihar nearly border only. So what happened? Protesters clashed with the police. I told you who are the protesting against the British government in the non-cooperation movement? Students, workers, peasants, farmers, and various set of people, traders, businessmen, etc., etc. Right? So what happened? The people are protesting, clashed with the police because there was a clash between the police and the protester. So police are stopping the protesters, and protesters are shouting slogans and fighting against the British government. So what happened? The police station was set on fire by whom? By the protesters. So policemen were killed. Nearly 22 police people were killed. Now tell me. So how many police were killed, Nana? 22 policemen were killed. Where? In Chowri Chowra village. And where the Chowri Chowra is located? Uttar Pradesh. So which is against the Gandhiji principle or for? Because which is against the Gandhiji principle. Here violence took place. In this violence nearly 22 policemen were killed. So which is against the Gandhiji ideals called Satyagraha and non-violence principles. So as a result, what happened? Gandhiji's decision. So Gandhi sat with the INC, Indian National Congress leader, and requested all Indian National Congress leaders, and he himself took the decision. True, it is a time to withdraw the movement because movement is going beyond the boundaries, beyond the imagination or beyond the given the direction. So movement withdrawn because the violence violated the non-violence principle. So here there was a clash between the policemen and the protesters. As a result, 22 policemen were killed. So which is going the principles of Mahatma Gandhi, and violence took place. Violence violated the non-violence principle. So this is the main reason to call off the non-cooperation movement. So remember that. Next, we move on to the next slide. Yeah. Now we are moving to the differing strands within the movement. What do you mean by different stand? Means there is a different, in different places, different activities are taking place. So different peasants are participating, students are participating, tribals are participating in different parts of India. Different stand means different viewpoint, different divergence. So a peasants of Awadh, where the Awadh is located, again we need to go back to India map. Okay. Where the Awadh is located? Awadh is located again in Uttar Pradesh, UP. Awadh is located in Uttar Pradesh. Peasants of Awadh. Who was the leader, Nana? Baba Ramchandra. Baba Ramchandra, he was a sannyasi from, he worked as a sannyasi and he was worked as an indentured labor in Fiji country. The capital is Suva. Fiji Suva. And he was one of the sannyasi and indentured labor worked in Fiji, and he came back to India and participated in this India's freedom struggle. And what was the demand of this peasants of our reduction of their rent? Very, very important. So we all know that the peasant or the farmers are paying rent to the talukadars or the jamindars, middlemen mostly. So we have peasant. So we have villages. So we have villages. In villages who are living peasants. Peasants or farmers are living. Farmers. So they are cultivating the land, right? So then we have different set of people. They are called middlemen. What is that? Middlemen. Or who are the middlemen? Jamindars, Jagirdars or Talukadars. Right? Talukadars. So these people, these middlemen collecting taxes, rent from the peasant and farmer. And these people are paying rent to the British government by keeping some portion of. Suppose this middleman collected 100 rupees from the farmers, 100 rupees, let us say rent as a 100 rupees as a rent. Okay. So this middleman or talukadar collected 100 rupees from one farmer, and they will keep some portion, let us say 10 rupees, and remaining 90 rupees will be given to the British government as a rent. I am giving the example. So what the middleman between the people, villagers and the government? It is the talukadars, it is the jagirdars, it is the jamindars. So in different places they are called different names. Okay. In North India it is called jamindars, jagirdars. In Southern India sometimes it's called talukadars and Patwari system. So we have different system. No need to worry. You can say middleman. Mostly talukadars or jagirdars or jamindars. So this talukadar jamindar has given the task of collecting rent from the farmers and the peasant, and these people will hand out the remaining amount to the British government. Okay, that is clear now. So what is the main demand of this peasant of Awadh? Because to reduction of the rent, because there was a crop failure, there was a drought condition, lack of rainfall, and there was no much yield or much production in their agriculture field. So as a result, the peasants sat together, coming together and demanding for a reduction of the rent. Because, example, how much rupees they are paying rent? Let us say one farmer is paying 100 rupees. Now they are demanding for reduce this for 20 rupees or for 50 rupees. Make it less, comparing with the fixed amount. So that was the main intention. So abolition of beggar, forced labor. So this is one of the system which is prevalent in the Indian society from the many years. So especially the beggar is kind of a forced labor without payment. So without payment, the workers are working in landlord's family. So who are landlords here? Landlords means owning land. So jamindar, jagirdar, talukadar, landlords. No, in the rise of nationalism in Europe, we all knew that system, the middleman people, the aristocratic people. Okay, manorial Jews. Okay, they were the middlemen actually. Similarly, in India also we have middlemen like jamindar, jagirdars, talukadar, landlords. Okay, so these landlords and jagirdar, jamindar forcing Indian workers under the beggar system. So this peasant or the farmers or any worker working without payment, without money, they are working from morning to evening. So do you think it's an exploitation? Yes, it's kind of exploitation, labor exploitation, human exploitation. Okay, if someone is working, you need to pay because he's rendering his services to you, he's rendering his labor to you. So in this context, everyone has to pay. But this the feudal lords or feudal system, the feudal lords, jamindar, jagirdars, talukadars, landlords are forcing the people and making them to work in their field without payment. So this is called beggary system or beggar system. Next, tribals movements. So I told you, different people are participating, fighting or different, say different stand within the movement. So movement is going on and different people are different problems. So one of the problem is peasants of Awadh. So another problem is tribal movement. So we have different tribal communities. You know what is tribal community? No, it's a group of people, living in forest area, having same culture, same tradition, and same kind of economic system, something like that, related to tribal, and there are always symbiotic relationships going on between the tribal people and the forest. So they are mostly depending on the forest products and all these things. So they have their own culture, own way of life, own custom, etc., etc. So it's a kind of a homogeneous group and believing, okay. So tribal movement. So we have Gond tribe, we have Banjara tribe, we have Koya tribe. So we have Bhil tribe, we have Ho tribe, Naga tribe, Mizo tribe. We have different tribal communities. So okay. So tribal movement. Example: forest communities resisted British forest law. So forest, because who are the people who are living in forest? It is the tribal community. It is the tribal community who are living in forest. Who are living in forest, right? Who are living in forest. So forest communities resisted British forest laws. And what are the problems they encountered? Loss of traditional rights. Because I told you, tribal people are living in forests and mostly their economy revolves around the forest only. They go to the forest, they will collect the timber for or fuel wood for their domestic purpose. They collect some tubers to consume. They collect some, the flowers, mahua flowers or something, any hunting, gathering, everything will take place within the forest. So the British government made some forest laws, okay, because government is getting cutting down the forest for various purposes, to build the ships, to build the railways tracks. So slowly the British government got stronghold or getting control over the forest, and the forest people who are for communities who are living in the forest are facing the problem, especially tribal. As a result, the tribal people are encountering so many problems like loss of traditional rights. So what is traditional right? These tribal people are getting rights over the forest from many generations, many centuries. So all of a sudden British people came and the forest belongs to me, that is government, not you. So they got they got resented, they got angry over the British government. And restriction on forest resources. So the British government is putting some restriction. You should not allow, you should not go to the forest area and you should not collect the forest products. So they are banning, they are removing, they are placing restriction over the for accessing the forest resources. So then next, so we have plantation worker. We have next plantation worker. Who are the plantation worker? Because in India there are workers who are working in plantation. Where the plantation? What kind of plantation we have? What kind of plantation we have? So we have tea plantation. We have tea plantation. The people who are working in tea, coffee plantations. Okay. Then coffee. Okay. Then what we have? Take. Then we have indigo plantation. Indigo plantation. Okay, no. So our people working in plantation as a workers by planters, they have taken by middlemen, contractors, Assam tea plantation. So we in Assam, here we have Assam, here we have tea plantation. So some of the workers who migrated from Bihar and Bengal, and Orissa to work as a labor in the tea plantation. So they are facing so many problems by the contractors or the middlemen. So what are the problem? They restricted the mobility of the worker. Suppose I am one of the worker. Suppose I want to work as a plantation worker in Assam. So I have to write the one contract. I supposed to not go outside the tea plantation. I should be there within the tea area only, within that garden, within that plantation area only. They were not allowing outside to visit my village also. So they are putting some restriction, not allowing the workers to go outside or to visit their family members. So this was the main restriction, main problem which is faced by the plantation worker. Restricted their mobility. Mobility means moving from one area to another area. Then poor working conditions. So the plantation workers are working to 10 hours to 12 hours, sometimes 15 hours. They always pluck the leaves of the teas and making into dry and etc. Making coffee. Today most of the people are drinking coffee, tea, and we are getting from the coffee from the coffee seeds and the tea from the tea that leaves. Okay, so yeah. So the plantation workers area, Assam plantation facing the problem. So restricted mobility, poor working condition, not allowing to visit the family members during the festivals or during any occasion. So these are the differing stands within the movement. So when the non-cooperation movement is going on, so in different areas, so people, I told you, in Awadh, peasants are facing the problem, rent problem, whereas in tribal areas, forest areas, tribal people are facing the problem, and whereas in Assam and Karnataka, tea plantations, workers are facing the problem. So within the movement, we have different set of problems of people are encountering. So this is the today's video. So we discuss about the Khilafat movement and non-cooperation movement, at the same time differing stand within the movement. So where we have seen these peasants of Awadh led by Baba Ramchandra, and there were 300 Kishan Sabha, Awadh Kishan Sabha they have started. And second thing we discuss about the tribal issues, tribal forest policies, and tribals how they badly affected by the British government because of the forest loss. And the third we discuss about the plantation workers issue. So with this I'm concluding. I hope you enjoyed this video and you are getting some kind of knowledge. So yeah, thank you for giving this opportunity. All the best. So if you have any doubts or any queries, put your comment or any question in the comment box so that I can revert back to you. Thank you all.